What if I told you? 300 men once stood against an army so vast, it was said to drink rivers dry? They knew they would die. But they chose to fight anyway. This isn't myth. This isn't fantasy. This is the true story of Thermopylae. In the year 480 BC, the Persian Empire was unstoppable. King Xerxes marched with hundreds of thousands, soldiers, archers, cavalry, an army so massive that villages starved when they passed. His goal? To burn Greece to the ground. To bury freedom beneath his throne. But in his path lay a narrow mountain pass called Thermopylae. A gateway so tight, numbers meant nothing. And here, one man would make his stand. King Leonidas of Sparta. Leonidas did not bring an army of tens of thousands. He chose just 300 Spartan warriors, his personal guard. Alongside them, allies from Thespe and Thebes rallied, forming a total of around 7,000 men. A drop of water against Xerxes' ocean. Why so few? Because Leonidas knew this wasn't a battle for victory. It was a battle for time. As the Persians closed in, Leonidas told his men, "Eat well, for tonight we dine in Hades." When the Persians attacked, the narrow pass turned their numbers into chaos. Spartan shields locked together. Spears thrust with deadly rhythm. Wave after wave crashed against them, Persians, Medes, even the king's elite immortals. But the wall of Spartans did not break. Herodotus writes that they fought like a single machine, each man's shield guarding the other. By nightfall, Persian bodies clogged the pass. The army of Xerxes had bled. But glory always has a shadow. A Greek traitor, Ephialtes, revealed a hidden mountain trail. Through it, Persian troops poured behind the Spartan line. Leonidas knew what that meant. Defeat. Certain death. So he made a choice. Most of the Greek allies were dismissed. But the 300 Spartans stayed. 700 Thespians stayed. 400 Thebans stayed. Not because they had to, but because they chose to. The final stand was savage. When spears splintered, they drew swords. When swords broke, they fought with daggers. When daggers fell, they fought with bare hands. King Leonidas himself fell in battle, pierced by arrows. But even in death, the Spartans refused to yield. By the time the last man fell, Xerxes had won the pass. But his army had paid dearly, losing thousands, losing days. And that time saved Greece. Months later, the Persians would be crushed at Salamis and Plataea. The sacrifice at Thermopylae lit a fire that could not be extinguished. Even today, carved into stone where they fell, the words remain. Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie. The 300 knew they would die. And yet they fought anyway. Not for themselves. But for freedom. For Greece. For the world that came after. Subscribe and explore the untold stories history tried to bury. Thanks for watching.